Good evening, my friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another live CGC unboxing. Hey there, if you're new here, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser, and I'm a CGC authorized dealer located way up north in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And whenever CGC sends me back a box of graded comics from my clients, I showcase them right here on YouTube. So I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel, liking the content, and joining us each and every week as we unbox many comic books. I also have a show called What's in the Press, and in that show, I actually showcase a sampling of the comic books that I work on week to week, and there'll be another episode of What's in the Press probably Wednesday night or Thursday morning. Hey, you want to see what I bought? before we get going on to the comic books check. Is my camera crooked? It looks kind of crooked to me. It's just kind of dark off on that side there. But check this out. I was over at Comic Alley Toys in Oshawa. If you've ever had a chance to go to Comic Alley Toys in Oshawa, you want to go because, yeah, they've got thousands of comic books. That's a given. But they also have lots of new toys and vintage toys and other vintage goodies. And I was there last week with Jackson, my son, and I found this. That's right. Now, I don't know about my American followers, but I think my Canadian subscribers will recognize this lunchbox. Now, this is the exact same lunchbox that I had when I was like, in grade 3, 4, 5, whatever, going to school. It was a Star Wars lunchbox, this exact same color, the same sticker design. And the beautiful thing about this is like I see these at flea markets from time to time in various conditions. This one is in pristine condition. It's like never been used. It actually includes the thermos, and the thermos has never been opened. And that is something you very rarely find. So I grabbed this. As soon as I saw it, I grabbed it. I had to have it, and I'll put it in my storage, unit until I finally have a chance to re-outfit my I guess my studio space, as it were. And I want to put a nice backdrop here with all my collectibles. And I'm going to feature this awesome Star Wars lunchbox. Did any of you guys have a box like this when you were a kid? Let me know in the comments section below, because I used to love this. Every year I get a new one, because after the course of a year, it gets banged up and destroyed. And then every year you go, back to school, you get one of these babies. And I think I had a Star Wars one. I always had Star Wars. I may have a Luke Skywalker one as well too, but this one for sure I had. And I'm just so happy to find this. It was pretty cool. Anyways, Comic Alley Toys, located in Oshawa, Ontario as well. If you ever go there, say hi to them from the Comic Doctor. Okay, you guys didn't come here to see lunch boxes and lunch pails. You guys came here to see comic books, and boy, do I have some comic books for you. And for those of you that are waiting my invoices, well, guess what? The time has come. I'm going to try to get half of my invoices done tonight. I've been putting it off. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I had COVID 3 weeks ago, and it's killing me. Like, I'm better. You can hear I feel better, but today's wasn't a bad day, but I still been having these friggin' symptoms. I'll feel good one day, and then the next day I'll wake up and I'll have the chills again, or I'll have a sore throat, or I'll feel dizzy or tired. And I've gotten not as many comic books done as I'd like to in the last few days. That's for sure. I've got a lot done today. Today was a good, productive day. I was very happy, but that's why I've been so darn slow, and even not bringing you another What's in the Press earlier, because I just haven't been up to it. But you know what? Enough of that talk. Let's get to these books. I'm going to put the microphone right about there. I think you can still hear me. Halfway through, we'll go over to the chat section, see who's in the house today. We'll start off with a Journey to Mystery 85. That's a good book to start with, wouldn't you think? And a 4.0. I think this one belongs to Steve out of Toronto. So nice copy. Check out the slab. She looks good to me. So that's a nice copy. First appearance of Loki, of course. Then we have, we got a signature series book here. And we've got a 9.8 Superior Spider-Man signed by, this must have been this has to be a re-slab. This is probably a re-slab because it was signed by Stan Lee. So yeah, was it signed by Stan? Signed by Stan Lee, yeah. And Dave Slab, where's Stan's signature? Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is obviously a reholder, I would think. I hope it's not another mistaken comic book like last week. What else we have here? There's not a bad one here. X-Men number 4 and a 7.5. Also one of Steve's books. This one here was a CBCS 7.5. Cleaned it up a little bit. Came back 7.5 again. First appearance of the the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, you know, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver and the Toad and all that. Next we have a Tales of Suspense 16. Right there. We see that in my thumbnail today as well. Pretty nice book. If you're just getting here now, guys, how you doing? Please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really does help with my analytics. When guys are looking for comic book content, hey, YouTube will point them in my direction. The more likes I get, it just helps. It's free. It's free. It doesn't cost you a darn thing, but it does help go a long way for me. Next, we have a copy of Wolverine: The Origin #2 in a 9.8. Gotta love the 9.8s. I'm gonna give myself a little swig of water here. All right. We also have, this one belongs to John out of Toronto, I believe. It was a Star Wars #1, Clone Wars #1, first appearance of Ahsoka Tano in comics, and a 7.0. This was a pretty rough book, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it went through a lot of presses, and it still looks kind of ugly, which is really weird, you know. I'm going through that right now with a copy of Hulk. Is it a 180? Or no, sorry, it's a During the Mystery Annual 1, the first appearance of Hercules. I pressed it like 4 or 5 times. I'm still not satisfied with it. But, you know, sometimes the book will only go as far as it can go. You know what I mean? You can do all the detail work and whatever. You can prep it as best you can. But sometimes a book just will only go so far. And you just got to kind of walk it and call it. You got to call it and say, done. You know? But there was a first appearance of Falcon that I just worked on for Mike. And I put that in the press 4 times. And every time I put it in, it got better and better and better. So, you know, it does attention to detail here at the Comic Doctor's office. It takes me a long time to press books sometimes, but you know what? It works in the long run. Okay, we got a Star Wars 40 and a 9.2. Not a bad copy. All right, moving right along. We have, oh, nice, a Star Wars 68 and a 9.4. That's not a bad grade on this Boba Fett. I think it's an Origin of Boba Fett storyline there in Star Wars. We also have a copy, another Star Wars, number 42 this time, in a 9.0. Can't complain about that. Pretty nice. And we have, oh, you gotta have a what's in the, oh, sorry, I can't do an unboxing without a 361 and a 9.8. You know what? The 9.8s of these babies are still fetching good money. Like, they're holding, right? So, you know, it is what it is. The book's not as hot as it once was, and the value is not as grand as it once was, but it's still a valuable book, and people want it in their collections. Oh, here, finally. Hopefully it's not cracked this time. Nice. This is a Hawkeye #1. This one came back to me a while ago at a 9.8, but it was cracked, so I sent it back. It's now come back again. Mechanical error. They fixed it. So this is going off to Manitoba, I think. Got to contact the owner today and get that shipped out probably next week now, because I'm kind of done my shipping for this week. I'll do another shipment out next week. Oh, here we go. These are some of Jason's. Actually, before I do that, let me put some of these books back, because I'm running out of space. So let me just do that really quick. Hope you're all having a great start to your week, though. All right. What do we have here? So these here are Jason's books. These were all pretty rough, pretty dirty anyways. And he has got several copies of Batman 181, the first appearance of Poison Ivy. We have a 1 and a 5.0. We have another, oh, where is it? Right. Okay, you know what? That's the first one. The other ones come up later. We also have a copy of X-Men 12 and a 4.5. I'm not sure if these belong to Jason. It might, actually. I'm not sure. I don't have his invoice right in front of me. We also have a copy of X-Men 266 in a 9.6. One of my clients came to the shop. It was last Saturday? The Saturday before? My gosh, I don't even remember. But he brought a copy of X-Men 266. He had a hard time distinguishing the grade of the book. He bought it raw. Was disappointed with my evaluation of it because I started pointing out things to him that he didn't notice. And so I might do a video coming up about, what to look for when you're buying raw books. Things your eyes should go to when you're buying a raw book to kind of keep yourself, I wouldn't say safe necessarily, but to give yourself, to better equip yourself when you're going to the store, comic book stores or conventions, or buying books privately in collections, so you know what to look for. So look for that in the weeks to come as well. He also have a copy of X-Men number 14 for Sentinels and a 6.0. I'll show you. I hope they're going to come up right now, I think. Okay, there's that one there. Here we go. 1, 2. Where's the other one? Is that it? Okay, I showed you one already. I think it's down there. Okay, and the other one is, here's another, we got a 5. Now we have a 5.5. Make sure the slab is all right. It is. Got a 5.5. And these were filthy. Oh my Lord, the backs of these babies were filthy. They usually are, but they were really bad. We also have another one here in a 7.0. These are all Jason's 181s. I'm very jealous because I don't own a 1. He has, what is it, 3 or 4, I think? Very, very jealous. Very jealous. What else we have? Yeah, right here. And then another 5.5 as well. There's four copies. 4 copies of these babies. Not bad at all. The 255s, a 5, and a 70, I believe. We also have a... Get in there. We've got a Hulk 340. Been seeing this book. This book's coming in almost every week now, too. Just as popular as the ASM 361s. In anticipation for Wolverine's joining of the MCU. We also have a Strange Tales Annual 2. Not a bad grade, 7.5. That's a book you usually see in a really rough shape. So 7.5 is a refreshing change, that's for sure. We also have, oh nice, an Avengers 57, one of my favorite covers here. First appearance of the Vision in an 8.0, which is a great grade. Great cover, man. Beautiful cover. We're almost done this box. Yes, we are. A couple more to go. We also have, well, that's all right. We have another 9.8. We've got a first appearance of Cable in a 9.8 from New Mutants 87. And last, but certainly not least, not a bad grade either, we have a first appearance of Sabretooth in Iron Fist 14 in a 9.2. And look at that, oh, look at that ripple. Look at that. There we go again with that stupid inner well squishing the books. Anyhow, it is what it is, my friends. So there you go. That was a nice variety of books. Hey, we got some Silver Age, some modern, a lot of keys in there. Hope you enjoyed that. Remember, if these are your books, I will contact you when your orders are ready for pickup. I'll even contact you when they're ready to be mailed out. I always like to call people before I mail them to make sure you're not on vacation or your address hasn't changed or whatever, right? So that's very important to me. So anyhow, relax. I will get back to you if these are your books, and I'll let you know when it's time to pick them up. Let me see who's in the chat room and say hello, and then we'll get out of here. All right, here we go. Stavros is here. Hey, Stav, how's it going? Out in Greece, yeah, 2 a.m. You'd be sleeping, man. You'd be sleeping, not watching the Comic Doctor. John, how's our friendly neighborhood Comic Doctor? I think I've explained. I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Today was a better day, which is great. Davey Claire, thanks for asking, Johnny. Davey says, what you pay for the lunchbox? I paid $50 Canadian for that lunchbox. I think that was a steal. Again, mint condition lunchbox. If you're getting here just now, my Star Wars lunchbox, mint condition, never used. And the reason I asked whether Americans, this lunchbox was made by Canadian Thermos Products Limited in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. So these are made in Canada. So I wonder, do my American friends have these as well? Did you guys have lunchboxes like this back in the late 70s, early 80s? Sherman George, how you doing? Hello, how are you? I'm doing well, Sherman. Thanks for joining us today. John says, I'm smashing the like button. Well, thank you, John. I sure hope everybody else will smash that like button. There are almost 30 people here. Please hit that. Only 12 likes. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. Do me a favor. Wayne says, you plan these coincide with my kid's soccer game? Yes, I contacted your kid's soccer coach and found out when the game was. Here we are. Jameer Mungan's in the house. Hey, Jameer, how are you? Good talking to you last week. What up, Kev? Awesome lunchbox. Don't work too hard and take care of your health, my friend. Thank you, Jameer. I am trying to do that. My wife wouldn't let me do anything yesterday. We had to go to a pool party and I was trying to get work done and she said, no, you're not working today. And she dragged me out of the house and I think it probably did me some good because being in the sun actually felt really nice. It was really hot and sunny and just kind of chilling by the pool. I think it did me a world of good. So, because today I felt a hell of a lot better. So that's a good thing. Hope I'm on the mend. I hope none of you get this stupid COVID. It's a real downer, let me tell you. John says, some cleaner pressers are specialized in an aspect of your craft. Foxing removal, water stain, etc. Do you have a speciality? Gee, I don't know. I mean, I don't get into water stain removal mostly, and I don't like doing foxing removal. And the reason being is it takes too damn long. And I'm too busy to be fiddling with that. It's a lot. And don't get me wrong. If I see a little bit of foxing on a book, a dot, a little, and I think a little bit of, cleaning will help it, I'll do it. But sometimes the foxing is quite intense and there's a lot of it. And it becomes, again, you don't want to open a can of worms. I don't know how to answer that, John. Cleaning and pressing, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I guess I got a good eye for detail because I notice where a lot of pressers will go wrong is they'll give up. They'll stop. They'll stop when more can be done. And I don't stop. I keep going. I will eventually stop. Don't get me wrong. If I finally if I put a book in a press, like I got some books in the humidor, I call it humidor, in the humidifier right now. And there were 2 books I'd worked on already they've been in the press 3 or 4 times. Just not happy. So I'm going to humidify the hell out of it and see if that will finally be enough. And then I'm going to give up after that, right? So I guess attention to detail in the pressing side of things, prepping the books before I put them in to make sure they get the best press possible. I guess, I don't know. When it comes to, like cleaning, like wet cleaning, yeah, I'm not an expert in that at all. I fiddle with it. I know the basic principles. I choose not to do it because it takes a lot more time and I'm too darn busy. I'm going to talk about that in a few moments as well before I take off. Dave declares the hydration chamber is a must when pressing old books. It is. You'd be surprised. Some old books don't need it, but some really, really do. And sometimes the addition of that humidification or the humidity will really relax the papers in such a way that you'll get a better press. So yeah, I certainly, if you are pressing books, you're playing around that, you really need to build yourself a humidity chamber or put one together because it does make a big difference. Spiro, that was probably my raw X-Men 266 you're talking about. LOL, can't seem to find a good copy. Yes, it was Spiro's book, the X-Men 266. So yeah, I'll put some kind of buying guide, the Comic Doctor buying guide, what to look for when buying a comic. And I'll bring a comic out and we'll play around. Maybe I'll have a camera facing down onto a table where I can pinpoint stuff. I'll have to figure that kind of stuff out. I'm very close to getting. I kind of was figuring how to bring guests onto here. I was worked on it for about an hour or 2 on Friday night, and I kind of gave up. I was having a problem with my microphone, but I'm going to figure that out soon too, because soon I'm going to be having guests on other shows. Star Wars Straight Talk is what I'm really excited about doing. But again, I gotta line up. I gotta get the tech working, and I'm almost there. Hey JP, how's it going? Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. All right, 24 of you guys in there. Listen, I am gonna tell you. So I'm just about at max capacity again. If you recall, I opened up the floodgates back in early June, or was it late June? It was late June. June 26th. And over the course of the last month, July, I have been again bombarded with comics. Hey Travis, how's it going? And so what I'm going to probably do, I'm not sure yet. I'm still taking books right now, but what I'm probably going to do in the very near future is I'm going to maybe go to a month on, month off way of taking books in. So what I might do is I might not take any books the month of September, and then I'll take books in October, and then not in November. I'll take books in December, and do that for a little while, because Charlo and I are starting to get our momentum, our groove on. I really want to get caught up, and I'm not getting caught up, and I'm because so many books are still coming in, right? So I just don't want to stop. I don't want to stop taking books, but at the same time, I don't want to keep taking them if they're waiting around for 7 months to get work done. It's just that's unreasonable as far as I'm concerned. So and again, I always thank you for your patience and support in that regard. That's really nice of everybody. Yeah, so just please keep that in mind. I haven't decided exactly yet, but keep your eye on my Instagram and on my Facebook page and here on YouTube, and I'll explain that as the weeks and months unfold. But Hector has a question. Where do you get your pad supplies for your presses? What do you mean pads, Hector? What do you mean pads? Do you mean the bottom neoprene pads? Is that what you're talking about? Let me know, because they came with the presses. They're very expensive to change. How is schoolwork going? Enjoying it? How is schoolwork going? Enjoying it? I'm not in school right now. I'm out. It's summertime. I'm not going back till. I'm not supposed to go back to school until February. So, and we'll see about that as well. But yeah, it was an all right semester. It was a very busy semester. Last semester was killer because I was working double duty. I was going to school, and then working from 9 till 9:30 till 4, going to the shop, working at the shop for 2 hours, coming home, having dinner, and then doing comic books till like 10. That wasn't fun. That was killer. So the months of January to June were god awful. I was very happy the last day of school, let me tell you. Hector says the foam thing. So I think what Hector's talking about, and I can't really zoom in anywhere. Hector's talking about there's a foam pad right here. Listen, those foam pads came with the presses. I've never had to replace them. If you want to replace them, you can contact D&K Photography. They're not cheap. You can buy replacement pads for all the Seal, Binfang presses. But they're not cheap, man. Everything on these presses is friggin' expensive, just to be warned. But the pad is very important. So if you go to buy a press and the pad is all deteriorated and shitty, that's $100. So just keep that in mind. It's $100 for a small one, right? So make sure the pad's in great shape. Like I bought an old, the one I just pointed to here. This is an old model. I just bought it. I paid $500 for one of these about 2 months ago. And but it was like brand new. That was barely used. The pad is like supple and brand new. Even the whole machine it looks like brand new. So while I hated paying that much for it, because I've never paid that. I didn't pay that much for my big presses. I was in desperate need of an additional press, so I just bought it. It is what it is. Yeah. Anyways, guys, there you go. Hope you enjoyed those comics today. Like I said, there'll be a What's in the Press probably on Wednesday or tomorrow's Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Wednesday night or Thursday morning. So be sure to hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when I do go live again. Another box, I believe, is on its way back from CGC as we speak. So there could be another unboxing this weekend as well, this coming weekend. So until then, though, have a glorious week, have a fantastic week. Enjoy yourself. If you're working, what can you do? Go to work, get home. When you get home, have a great night and a great rest of the week. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Take care. Talk to you soon. Be well. Subscribe, like, share, hit that notification button. I certainly appreciate it. Until next time, all the best. Bye for now.